Okay, yeah. No, put this down. This is Darcy. I'm about to pay for a new thing. Screenshot there. He hasn't said anything about 3 months. Details, credit card details are there. What I'm paying for is here. So outside the Pioneer Clubhouse. So I've dropped in here like just to being at for fuck's sake, there's like a golf course across there and I can hear the golf balls teeing off. For fuck's sake, it's like, anyway, that's a different story, but I've already forgot her name. There's a new staff member here. I think she said she's been here at the time of this recording 5 weeks. And oh no, she looks like a no staff member. No. Right. Anyway, I'm still sticking around. One, I need to go to the toilet soon. And I helped, like, I promised Rex I'll help him move some shit. It's gotta wait for some people. So I'm heading. Anyway, as soon as I've done that, I'm gonna fucking piss off home. I gotta go buy one more packet of smokes from somewhere. I need to finish that and I'll put it out, but I can help. But take a piss. I told myself not to buy any more books for a bit, just because I spent money on a tattoo. But Hayek wrote a Surfton. I think he's an economic guy. So apparently it's a one of those economic books you just kind of have to read if you want to get into economics and or libertarianism. The second volume to my struggle, I've just read the first one, which at face value looks a bit bigger. So I'm looking forward to reading that. And Toni Morrison, so there you go. So I'm unsure what to read first, but I might read that probably, or that, one of the two. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it, but anyway, worth the money. All I'm going to do is wait around till the meeting starts, Saturday afternoon. So, I guess first of all, I'll start with my day. A little bit interesting today. Not interesting, but so I woke up. I struggled to get out of bed today for some reason, but I think my body just needed some sleep. So I did that. Woke up about 50 minutes late, but made it to work. Um, just took the bus in. Sometimes you got to. Should have walked to work, but I didn't. Now, when I got to Manly, of course, had some cigarettes and started drinking coffee. Um, and I started reading Liz, and I can see the love for it. Um, been in libertarian economics and individual philosophy as well. It's a read, it's a must. Um, really well done. So probably tomorrow. No, I got. That's how much I've read. How much I've read. Back, the rest is just notes and shit. Recommend it to anyone actually. Um, went to the cafe today. Um, there was issues between the chefs, and which has nothing to do with me, but they were having issues and stuff. Um, it was a busy day for Monday actually, which is good. It's good to have them have business throughout. Um, no, I wouldn't say struggled, but I was behind. Um, I couldn't keep up. I wasn't on my game. I fully wasn't on my game. Then I, walked home. Um, did a few things, and um, I put time. There's a couple of jobs that I haven't done. Um, the chores and stuff, which I should have done, and I felt guilty for not doing them. But I put some time aside to start editing something. I don't know what it was. I don't know what. I started editing another vlog, and um, yeah, it's not. It's just I don't know what it is. What's wrong with it? And so I'm putting that to aside. I'm gonna export it tonight when I get to sleep. When it's done, I'll convert it and then pick up from there. I should write down a clip number. 136. So I probably won't be able to get back to finish it up until Wednesday. So I'm still beefing with Reddit, which maybe I should double check that. Oh, right. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I swear I got some karma points up. So it's a bit frustrating dealing with. Okay, so the Reddit account's still there, 24 days old. Which is cool. I should have to log on to it soon. And I'll do that again. So do it now. It's a bit frustrating putting time aside for something and just not working out. to edit something and not finish the job, sort of thing. Um, it's just a bit weird with things at the moment. Some changes are happening. Who knows? Um, I'm following. I went to church last night again, and I still stand by. I'm not going to be somewhat known to it. Not known, a part of. And I'm at the moment still got the full intentions of just meeting people. I can be a bit more social. So I know that's going to be a bit of time to um, be social and all that. And I've come the last couple of weeks, I've decided to slow myself down with that. Um, I wouldn't say regret. I don't regret it at all. I'm actually happy that I did it. But when I got my Jesus tattoo, I can see it. It's like I'm doing a freaking thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. That was the first tattoo I ever got. That one there. One sec, I'm still here. But when I got it, I want to say crash and burn, but I definitely got the sense of oh, there I am. I'm doing too much too soon. I'm just so I've slowed myself down. Um, Started not default, but I felt like sort of something about myself when I try to like actually grow for the better. I still sort of like it's like that old self pulling me back in, and my body reacting in anxious and frantic way. When adjusting to a new routine, or I thrown out of routine, or whatever. It's still a bit frantic, so I thought I'd like slow myself down, pace myself, which is working and it's not at the same time, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. I went into church. I was almost a bit late. It starts at 4:45 p.m. I'll go to the more casual one and stuff. Been too much, so I'm trying to slow it down. Last night I decided to, you know what, I'll stay back a few minutes, and I did. I talked to 2 or 3 different people. I did, I didn't get to talk to Richie. I think he wanted to, but he was off doing other things as well. And they had pizza there for some reason. They didn't know why, but there was a lot of kids there as well. And but I did. So I felt a bit frantic. Oh, I told myself I was going to do this, do that, doing too much at once. So I'm trying to work on that process, trying to be a bit more present. And last night I had the sense of like just, okay, you're actually going to follow through on this. And I think that's what the change is, trying to find a new lifestyle. I think I actually finally slowly decided to give up on the 12-step stuff, life, and like I said, I'm all bad mouthing it. But I think I am sort of somewhat parting from that. I get along with people. People, have always been kind, but nothing's ever gone beyond face value with them. Um, all that sort of stuff. What else can I say? But last time when I get home, I was actually watched a couple of good documentaries. I saw this thing started watching this thing called A Case for Heaven by Lee Strobel. A great basic thing, Even though it's from a Christian religious point of view, on a pure philosophical sense, it would be a great starting point, for the philosophy of death. From a religious point of view, just a side note, Lee Strobel. I started watching this documentary called God's Country. It's about January 6th and nationalism. I do have conflicted feelings about it, just because I've seen so many January 6th documentaries already, which I do kind of have to side that it was just anyway, that's a different story, but and I'm sure Christian nationalism was in there, which is not surprising in the States and shit, but to be honest, it's a great. I was sitting there watching this documentary, going, actually, no, I've got to learn about that sort of stuff, Christian nationalism. Um, I've always been, on a philosophical point of view, I've, like I said, libertarian. Like I said, politically, I've always been a libertarian. Hence why I'm reading this guy. A lot of my writings and stuff, there's e-books that I've done, but I've always got to learn about too far left, too far right, and something I should be learning about. And I'm sure Christian nationalists were a part of that shit, but I still kind of thought it was funny. Like, it was the most guarded capital city in the world, and it still got fucking done. But in that particular documentary, mixed feelings. So, but it did help highlight how throughout a political system, where sure the whole spectrum might not be okay, we're Christian nationalists, but flaws in the kinks in the system. So I got to remind myself that that sort of stuff still happens. I'm not a Trump supporter or any of that shit. It's something like I get it, both sides to him, for and against. But I think too, because if you see something like RFK Junior, sorry, you can go, oh, okay, I get it. And if you spend enough time, I'm getting sidetracked. But that's what I did after church. But I was proud of me. I could have done a better job, be a bit more present. Even though that in my head, I might be unfolding things, but I've got to stay present and be okay with the changes. I made a slight change at the moment that every Sunday evening, okay, like I've been saying in the past vlogs, I've got to use that time to go back and practice watching movies, read a book when I can. I'm still reading books throughout the week and all that, but not as Sunday mornings. It's not anyway. That's you. If you watching my vlogs, you know what I mean. But I have that sense of like when I was, like I said about my faith journey. I don't want to get ahead of myself, doing too much at once. So what the fuck? I thought I'll try to act out a few things first, before I go all the way through with it and go, okay, this and that, to be a bit more practiced and be more, okay, be a non-denominational Christian. I'm still looking forward to writing this stuff out in my junkies notes. When I get around doing that. I'll probably find better language in that. It'll be volume 10 when I get around to it. But I thought I'd at least kind of talk about it. So, anyway, so I'm like, okay, slowly start following through on things of like, I can't do this, you know what I mean, can't. And anyway, and I just thought, my last cycle was inactive, and unfortunately, even though it's Monday today, I did act on it, and I hooked up with somebody, and and the funny thing is, I had like a sense of not guilt or shame about it, but a sense of calmness to going, okay, you know, it's kind of like, it just felt like it was not lifted from me, but the struggle to it, it's going to get lifted. It's going to be there, it's going to get tempted, you might even have a moment here and there still, but I'll be able to kind of go, okay, I can go through this, problem solved, and a lot better before. Because with previous times, even like because of the influence of recovery, I knew better still and kind of worked on it, even though that kind of worked for me in time, particularly over the last 6, 7 years. Um, I had strong feelings of guilt and shame about it, really bad and went send me frantic. I can even remember like a couple times just having to go to bed and lay there and let the day ride out and heal up and thaw out um, but it's just a sense of calmness, like at the spirit or something. There's like God on my back, um, which is just really weird. And trying to go, okay. Another thing too, my weekly schedule thing. I put down. Oh, I'm feeling the floor. Um, no, moments of like, okay, be present, meditate, pray, and all that sort of stuff. Um, and I can never remember. Anyway, I saw this YouTube channel. Cannot remember. Hopefully, I'll come across it. I think it's called Jesse Speaks or something like that. And if, these two dudes, I'm assuming roughly my age, but they were really like, hey, I'm Christian, but it's kind of like they've lived life without Christianity, so there's not the typical dudes and stuff like that. They swore and stuff, and there was one guy, put in, and so which is really cool to see. I was watching this. There's another YouTube channel I do know about. I'm talking about the philosophy of death and all that. It's called Touching the Afterlife. And I should pull up the guy's video. But this black dude from the stage, he was like just talking about it, and he opened up, going, "Hey, I'm committed to the Lord. I'm going through it, but I'm still struggling with things of the flesh and the body and the lust." So, big props for him to owning up to that, and I just thought it was cool. So, when after I hooked up with this woman today, I felt like a sense of calmness afterwards. Like, hopefully it'll be like the last thing that somebody's got my back, and with anyway, like I just said, mention spending time and all that. I'm trying to take what I've learned from recovery and just put it in bits and pieces of my daily life. Start very small. Don't be naive. So I just thought I'd just document it, and have some basic thoughts and some updates on it. Um, so, and I listened to this other thing today, this morning, just as I was editing my vlog earlier tonight, not this morning. This guy was saying like, yeah, hiccups, expect them. So I'm glad that I'm not walking is completely naive. Just thought I'd talk about it.
Abide with me, fast falls the eventide. The darkness deepens, Lord, with me abide. When other helpers
You go first.
No,
Okay, she's gonna walk right behind you. Okay, come on.
Now, here's a moment of confliction. As a staff member, I want Sunday weekend rides. As a customer, I don't. That was $6. So, and another thing, I waited almost like 10 minutes for that fucking coffee. So, but, that cafe I just went to, it was a trade place. A trade place is like what I call a trade place is more like you don't go there for a career, but you go there to treat it more of a profession. And even though you don't get the rewards and stuff, but you do. It's in between casual and fine dining, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna put my phone away, get a cigarette, and nobody's here. So, and if you look close at the door, there's a slide. It's also like horrible weather at the moment. So, me personally, I don't like this kind of weather, but, you know, what can you do? I don't hate it, it's just I prefer sunny weather, put it like that. Let's see what happens. Dude, the last 2 days I've had a massive stomach bug. What the? Fuck off. Oh, you got one. It has one leg and now it's following me. Hang on. What do you want? Okay. What's going on, mate? fucking tired. Physically tired. I went to a meeting last night, Monday, French's Chores. It was alright. Quiet. Yeah. But I've been having this stomach bug the last 2 or 3 days. I think I had some bad eggs. Just got it randomly in fucking Sunday night. And, oh god, I've been like shitting like crazy. It's getting better now. It's somewhat, I think I might have one more night of dealing with it. Maybe, I don't know. Hope not. I hope, if so, I hope this is the last one, but I got 4. It happened to me I can remember it happened to me once last year. I know I got sick, but a few more times, but last year when I got the stomach bug, it just fucking it rocked my world. I was exhausted. It just drained me so much. I just couldn't do anything, and well, I thought I'd give an update. So I'm gonna write myself a note. Hopefully, follow through it to get some ideas. But I'll do at least one thing that I thought of doing tonight before I go to bed. It's trying to combine like a step 10 thing to with my Christian journey. I've got to find a notepad for it too. Fuck. Maybe I'll buy something on the way back from work tomorrow. A notepad. No, I've got one. I just got to pick it up anyway. So I didn't do it the last 2 or 3 times. Actually, it's just what I'm trying to do is build habits and stuff. I have the drive for it has fizzled out a little bit. I was somewhat expecting it. It's Christian drive. But it's alright. I still want to do it. I still want to be there. But I think that's sort of like I don't know if nobody's the right word to it, but not freshness. I don't know. Just take it a step back. But the moment that I want to do before I go to bed is just a moment of meditation and prayer. I'm still of that. I am still attending church. I'll talk about that in a second, yes, but I'm meeting up with Dave. He's been a senior minister to my local Baptist church. Friday, I think. This Friday. So it's a couple of days away. And I'm going to ask him to baptise me, so I still haven't thought of a place to go. Hopefully Dave's got some ideas. The thing is, I do want to do it, but I don't know why. But I've got this. I don't think it's the Holy Spirit or anything like that. I think this is just more me. But I just want it done somewhere privately. Maybe I can Google like different ways to get baptized, but I do know to like dunk underwater. But I want to get it somewhere private for some reason, so I don't know where. Like that's the thing. I thought of Manly Dam, but the fucking water is I don't trust the water there. I've thought about Clontarf, plus the weather's starting to turn here in Australia. It's going to get cold. It's going to be fun. Maybe a bath hub or something. I don't know. But it's one update. Hopefully I don't chicken out on asking him. The reason why Dave, because I've known him for years, he's actually a really good dude, to be honest. One character trait that I like about him, or do admire, I don't know, but he seems, like I'm just so tired at the moment. But anyway, so the reason why I'm slow, I'm taking a step back. When I got my Jesus tattoo, it kind of hit me. It's like you're doing too much at once. Slow down. I still, and that's probably a reason. And I've been attending actually church almost every Sunday afternoon as well. I think that's taken a little bit out of me as well. But St. Paul's Anglican has changed so much. I'm still iffy about that. The Anglican Church abroad, the history. Check it out. I'm really surprised I'm even going to it now. The fact that it's fucking conservative though. The Baptist one that I just mentioned about Dave, that's a lot more like modern, I'd say. The Baptist is more described for the moderns. I don't know. I guess it's about the word, I guess. So I am on the due time of meeting people, I guess. I still got to give the Sunday service a go. Of the Baptist one at Seaforth. It's at fucking 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Just out of my route. It's going to throw my whole routine out. If I go, I probably won't do the St. Paul's one in the afternoon. I should go though, at least give it a go. Because I know, on a social basis, I probably know more people there. But anyway, I just want to meet people for like a social network and peer, and just drop into the services from time to time. I don't want to like join, or be a part of. Like I said, if you check out the Anglican Church, now I'm not trying to badmouth the seats, it's just the overall. There's been times when I have pulled out the Bibles anyway, but I'm trying to get back into it. And I'm fully aware that I am in the early stages of it all. I am worried that I'll end up treating it like my recovery life. I'm trying to keep going over my head of using my recovery as like a learning tool. Okay, this is what, as well. So with that in mind, I am trying to kind of like not fall into bad habits and stuff. The first few Sunday services that I went to, I kind of just not left instantly like in a hurry, but I did kind of go, okay, I've got to go. I think that's the self-protection thing. And I think even like in a subconscious way of like not doing too much, which I've kind of just admitted to doing. But, fuck, sorry. Stomach stuff, I've been like fighting like crazy. So, maybe I should write like a Christian diary down. Well, that's a good idea actually. Like thoughts and feelings, where I'm doing wrong, instead of like relying like on mental notes and stuff. And like I just said about developing habits and stuff. Last week I actually did it pretty good. Like 2 or 3 times a day just to stop and pray and meditate. Every night, well, besides the other night, I was listening to something different. I'll mention what it is later. Of like Christian channels, or just like somebody reading the Bible and just talking about it. I'm not talking about like overproduced stuff. I'm not talking about documentaries or academic stuff, but just like regular normal people. Um, I'm tired. So I was at the cafe today, and I still at the moment feel that my mind is a bit all over the place and stuff, and um, um, but anyway, besides Dave, I'm too tired to think properly, but anyway, so I don't know if I got this on board. Try to get him on camera. Shit. Oh, yeah. Now, they look a bit funky, but they're peeling a bit, but I do have like the cross on them as well, the way they're designed. It's got stuff on my chest as well. 3 Bible verses on my chest. It's 1 Corinthians, Proverbs 1, and a Romans 1. Would you be surprised, you'll think that I have them memorized, but I don't. That's another thing, I don't. I gotta Google them more, get them on board, but my default question, my default answer, if anyone asks, is to go read the Bible yourself. But, I'll get around to it. But some changes. I'm a little more calmer. I don't mean I mean naturally throughout my day. Sometimes automatically, sometimes a bit more like make the conscious effort. My drive for lust is decreased a lot. Any sort of that's dropped a lot, but that's not 100% credit to the Christian path. I'm not saying God, but the Christian path, separate. But it doesn't, and it's also with that note that how the lost drive has decreased, removed. The want to do the wrong thing as well. That's declining as well. Some other changes I want to make is be more part of the community as well. One thing that I didn't follow through with the 12-step stuff is not, even though I did meetings pretty regularly, got along with people, I still even now didn't sort of so much like partake in the community. It's people that interacted in between meetings and stuff. And I've mentioned heaps of times I just don't have a lot of outside friends for it. A lot of it is because of me and all that as well. Some of it is due to them. I still have this. It's going to be really contradicting me saying this, but I still think there's an aspect of cult-like thinking there. I don't know what it is, why I'm pointing out 12-step stuff and putting that over like Christianity as a religion. Because if you hear like, you can go, well, one, Christianity started as a cult, which is technically true. And 2, who's to say that Christianity is still not a cult? And it can be, honestly, you can find heaps of examples about that, but I don't know what it is about AA, but I think it's specifically maybe this is my own thinking. Like, it's supposed to improve you as a person. You have this opportunity to do so, but you don't do it. You kind of get told one thing or the impression of that, and you settle into that. If that makes sense. I don't. And it feels like a lot of people don't want to do much besides. I don't know. Kind of reading the junkie notes, things. But some other changes to read the Bible from daily. I was thinking maybe in between from actually trying to read it properly to, reading it for the sake of reading it. I do want to learn more about it. I've wrote a few notes about trying to keep academically keeping track of it. I'm still bringing my academic interest in it. And just before I started filming, I was listening to this guy. I got to find his YouTube channel. He's actually a really cool dude, but part of his YouTube channel that he actually takes tours around different types of churches. I do think architecture can be a human expression, which it is. So I'm learning about the aesthetics of churches at home in the meantime. I farted. So tired. I am happy with myself that I'm following through. My mate John's given some great advice. But the senior minister to the St. Paul's Anglican Church, he's mentioned coffee. He's a great dude, actually. But see what he does. I think I'm making some. I'm not going to talk about it. But that's what's been happening. But the last 2 days at the cafe, it's just been so much difficult. More difficult than it needs to be. But I guess talking about stuff like this openly helps, brings in the flow. Even had the thought of doing a confessional, so I've got to check over my schedule books. Even when I did plan for tonight, I thought I was going to do one of the things I wanted to, I guess I'm trying to convey is trying to do life a bit differently as well, and got to learn about things like even the dark side of Christianity as well, which I do think it's important to learn. These things you notice. That was the handle when I dropped this, so. Which I do think it's important for people to dive into. That's just a personal thing that if you need to go into the religion and stuff, learn about the dark shit about it. Which for Christianity, all of them I guess, but for Christianity is a lot. Even at home, I can do this stuff at home too. I don't need to go do a meeting. But I realistically, though, I know that this is going to be in the ebbs and flows. There's going to be days as well between now and death that I'm not going to, consciously practice and stuff. Another way to try to look what I'm going through now is building the foundations to it. And I'm not being naive to it, it's I don't know if I'm going to change the world or not, but the least I can do is be a good example, I guess. Bare minimum. Right. Oh, okay. Eventually get my body covered in tattoos as well. Which reminds me, I know, I'm gonna have a cigarette then come back. Oh fuck, I'm back. I'm getting old too. Baby. No. Oh shit. Don't do a thumbs up again. No. Well, I don't know why Christianity. I've always been fascinated with Jesus. Fuck. Okay, yeah. yes, I have been farting. Fucking stomach bug. What? I don't know. Ugh. Stay hydrated too, guys. So, my next tattoo design might be a fallen angel on my left arm space, but it's the stomach pain. The tattoo artist Natalie, she's alright. Fuck, my head. I'm gonna chill out for a bit. I don't know whether to walk or not. Doing it. Oh, there's the boat. As soon as I start walking off, the boat in the background started going. See that? So, I'll find a quiet spot and talk. I'm not doing an exploring video, but I've got a little bit of extra time on my hands today, so I thought I'd go for like a walk and meditate on God. It took me a few minutes to clear my head, but I'm alright now. And that rock formation just there. But anyway, I'll find a quiet spot. The wind's not too bad today, so anyway. I've been going in and out of meditation. Even tried praying as well along the way. I thought I'm get to noon and all that, but so meditating's been going in and out. You know, I've been naturally wandering off to think about other things, but meditating's just down that way. But the wind's not too bad, not bad, but so just thought I'd just mention it.
Helpers fail and comforts flee. Help of the helpless, so abide with me. I need thy presence.
Okay, so I am in the bush, yes, and this is not an exploring video. I was on an active rest and I was on a path, and I'm near past Manly Dam, but anyway, I came across this. Anyway. I'm having a brief look around. I don't know. Oh, there's another. I don't know if. Well, they're not there, clearly. I just saw another. I'm having a look at another tower thing, wooden structure thing. Let's go over there. So. Alright. So, it's been there a bit, but. So, the path goes around. I noticed a couple of stuff up there. So, is that the other one down there? Fuck. I'm gonna keep my camera on. I doubt that I'm gonna get attacked, but. So, that blue is gonna stand out. They're not professional at it. I'm making so much noise walking through. I don't think somebody's camping there. Either they're on drugs or they're not, or it's just inexperience. They've done it before, I know that much. That blue top and the red seats and shit is just a fucking attention-seeking factor. I don't have a weapon on me. Anyway, that wooden structure thing, that's new. I've never seen that. That's not new, but I've never seen that before. Because it's like this one, which I've put on camera before. It's like that one. I've put that on camera heaps of times. I think somebody's recently put this log here as well. I can see the blue top from here, like through the trees, but they've done it before. I'll give them that, but I won't call them pros. It could just be like a hangout spot. Because I saw like a bit of a cooking setup there. A washing basket with a fucking toy in it. So, like I said, it could just be like a hangout spot. Okay, oh, so I come back every so often. The fuck is that? Sunday morning, I'm outside going to do the Manly meeting. No one's here yet, so hence why I'm filming. But I think the bush turkeys have been having fun, and there's a new garden thing. So here's what I'm. That's the bush turkeys. They've been having a lot of fun getting into the rubbish, and they've been changing the garden around. So no more lavender, but that lavender, it was lavender here before, and but it wasn't well kept. Proof of lavender. Obviously that tree's cut, and composting, maybe. I do think this is a stupid idea considering it's just near. Now this street isn't like main road busyness, but it's somewhat regularly used both by pedestrians and traffic, but so that's why I think it's stupid. These white things here, loads of mushrooms, so but just saw them. So I was not all over the place, but I was a bit active and all that. There's Dickie. I have to go to the toilet, take a shit. But I really have to take a shit, so it's good that he's rocked up. case shit's blocked. Block toilet. Not a fucking plumber. Winter is coming. So, I don't hate the cold. I prefer.